Good morning, dear children. I welcome you all to Social Science online class. Standard 8, Civics, Unit 3. The topic is Understanding Secularism. The topic is Understanding Secularism. The learning objectives of this lesson is to understand the meaning of secularism, to know the importance of secularism, to develop the appreciation of the rights guaranteed in the Constitution, to analyze the importance of secular education, to discuss the constitutional provisions related to secularism. Okay. Dear children, how many countries are there in the world? Do you know? There are 195 countries in the world. How many countries in the world? 195 countries in the world. In which country do we live? We live in India. India is our motherland. Okay. Say a few words about our motherland. India is a great country where people speak different languages. India is full of different castes, creeds, religions and cultures. But they live together. That's the reason India is called unity in diversity. India is the 7th largest country in the world and the 2nd most population country next to China. India will be a land of many faiths, equally honored and respected, but of one national outlook. Look at the diagram, children. Our motherland, India, it is very beautiful. From Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Where is Kashmir? This is Kashmir. Here, Kanyakumari. This is Tamil Nadu. Our state, Tamil Nadu. Where is Kanyakumari? This is Kanyakumari. Our motherland is very beautiful because many rivers are there, lakes, mountains, valleys, historical places, monuments, big buildings are there. And also our country called peninsular country. Why India is called a peninsular country? Because water is surrounded by 3 sides. Water is surrounded by 3 sides. Arabian Sea in the west, Bay of Bengal in the east, Indian Ocean in the south. So it is called peninsular country. Okay. Name the different religions in India. Name the different religions in India. There are different religions. Many people practice Hinduism. Many people practice Hinduism. Other major religions are Buddhism, Jainism, Sikhism, Christianity, Islam, small percentage of people practice Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism. Okay, these are the religions. Here, India is a land of multi-religious faith and multicultural belief. India is the birthplace of four religions. India is the birthplace of four religions. Do you know the birthplace of four religions, children? They are Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism and Sikhism. These four religions are birthplace of India. Okay. In our country, people of different religions and faiths have been living peacefully for a long time. Okay. How many states are there in our country? There are 28 states in our country. How many states in our country, children? 28 states. There are 28 states in our country. The nation states are multi-religious states. So, there is a need for tolerance of all religions. What is the meaning of tolerance, children? Tolerance means being patient, understanding, then accepting anything of different. Example, if maybe Hindus, Muslims, Christians and atheists being friends. What is the meaning of atheist? Who is called atheist, children? Here atheist means a person who disbelieves in the existence of God and gods. They are called atheists. Okay. Name some of the Indians who contributed to spread of secularism. Do you know, children? The Indians who contributed the spread of secularism. Rajaram Mohan Rai, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, Rabindranath Tagore, Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. They are the Indians who contributed to spread of the secularism. Okay. What does secularism mean? Do you know? What does secularism mean? Secularism means no discrimination against anybody in the name of religion. It is the policy of neutrality. What is the meaning of neutrality, children? It means not supporting any other side is an argument. That is called neutrality. Okay. Every citizen is free to propagate, practice and profess their faith. Okay. Now once again I will ask the question. Name some of the Indians who contributed to the spread of secularism. Rajaram Mohan Rai, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, Rabindranath Tagore, Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Okay. Next we will see objectives of secularism. What is that? Objectives of secularism. The objectives of secularism. One religion community does not dominate another communities. One religion community, that is one religion community does not dominate other religion community. Okay, that is the first point. What is the second one? Some members do not dominate other members of the same religion communities. The members of the same community does not dominate the same community members. Okay. Then third one. The state does not enforce any particular religion. You know what is the meaning of state? Here state means government. Okay, the government does not enforce any particular religion or not take away the religious freedom of individual. A simple statement said by poet Iqbal. What is it? Do you know that? Religious does not teach us animosity. What is the meaning of animosity? In Tamil, it is called pagaimai. Animosity means pagaimai. So, what is said, children? Religious does not teach us animosity. We are Indian and India is our home. இப்போ வந்து இக்பால் போயட் இக்பால் என்ன சொல்றாருன்னா, இப்ப நமது ரிலிஜியஸ் என்றது சமயம் வந்து நமக்கு பகைமையை போதிக்கவில்லை. இந்தியா நமது நாடு and also இந்தியா நமது வீடு என்று கூறுகிறார். Okay, next we will see characteristic features of the secular state. What is that? Characteristic features of the secular state. Principle of liberty. What is the first one? Principle of liberty. Characteristic features. Sorry. There are 3 principles. How many principles? 3 principles. What are the 3 principles? Principle of liberty. Principle of liberty. What is the meaning of liberty, children? Liberty means freedom. Okay. Second one, principle of equality. Third one, principle of neutrality. These are the 3 principles. Here, principle of liberty, it means the state permits the practice of any religion. We have the right to follow any religion. In our country, there are different castes, creeds, religions, languages, cultures. Okay, but we have the right to follow any religion. Next one, principle of equality. The state does not give preference to any religion over other religion. Okay. Third one, principle of neutrality. What is the third one? Principle of neutrality. The state remains neutral in religious matter. What is the meaning of neutral? What is the meaning of neutral, children? Not supporting any other side. Okay, that is called neutral. There is no any official religion in our country, and every religion is treated equally. We need a secular state to maintain peace and harmony between people of various religious ideologies. It is a part of democracy. Our country follows the democratic form of government. What is the meaning of democracy? Democracy means the government of the people, by the people and for the people. மக்களால் மக்களுக்காக மக்களை ஆட்சி செய்கிற நாடுதான் நமது நாடு. So it is a part of democracy which grants equal rights. Okay, which grants equal rights. Now we will see constitution and secularism. What does constitution and secularism mean? Constitution is a set of basic laws or principles for a country that describes the rights and duties of citizens. Secularism means an attitude of tolerance towards other religions and peaceful coexistence of citizens belonging to different faith. It is a policy of neutrality and equality by the states towards all religious communities. Secularism is the part of Indian Constitution. The makers of the Indian Constitution were aware that a strong and united nation could be built only when all sections of people had the freedom to practice their religion. So, secularism was accepted as one of the fundamental tenets for the development of democracy in India. Dear children, the word secularism was not mentioned in our constitution when it was adopted in the year 1950. But later on, in 1976, the word secular was incorporated in the preamble through the 42nd Amendment of the Indian Constitution. India is a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. The basic aim of our constitution is to promote unity and integrity of the nation along with individual dignity. There is no state religion in our country. The state will not neither establish religion of its own nor confer any special patronage upon any particular religion. நாட்டிற்கான தனி சமயம் எதுவும் இந்தியாவில் இல்லை. அரசானது எந்த ஒரு சமயத்தையும் ஏற்படுத்தவோ ஆதரவு அளிப்பதோ இல்லை. The freedom of religion guaranteed under the Indian Constitution is not confined to its citizen alone but extends to aliens also. Who is called aliens, children? Aliens means a person who comes from another country. Dear children, our country, we celebrate many festivals. Okay? The Hindus celebrate Diwali. It is the most popular festival on the Indian subcontinent. Hindus celebrate holy festivals also. It is the festival of colors or festival of love. Then Pongal, Saraswati Puja, Ayudha Puja, Vijayadashami, etc. Muslims celebrate Ramzan, Bakrid, Muharram, Milad-e-Nabi. The Christians celebrate Christmas, Good Friday, Easter, etc. For these festivals, the secular Indian state declare public holidays to mark the festivals of all religions. Now we will see the basic constitutional provisions. Article 15. Prohibition of discrimination on grounds of religion, caste, sex or place of birth, etc. Article 16. Equality of opportunity in public employment. Article 25. The rights to profess, practice and propagate religion individually. Article 27. The state shall not compel any citizen to pay any taxes for the promotion of any particular religion. Article 29. A ban on discrimination in state-aided educational institution. Now I explain in Tamil, children. பிரிவு எண் 15. சமயம், இனம், ஜாதி, பாலினம் அல்லது பிறப்பிடம் ஆகியவற்றின் அடிப்படையில் பாகுபடுத்துவதை தடை செய்கிறது. பிரிவு எண் 16. பொது வேலையில் சமமான வாய்ப்பளித்தல். எந்த மதமானாலும் சரி, எந்த இனம் என்றாலும் சரி. பிரிவு எண் 25. எந்த சமயத்தையும் ஏற்கவும் பின்பற்றவும் பரப்பவும் உரிமை வழங்குகிறது. பிரிவு எண் 27. எந்த குறிப்பிட்ட சமயத்தையும் ஆதரிக்க அரசானது எந்த ஒரு குடிமகனையும் வரி செலுத்துமாறு வற்புறுத்தக்கூடாது. பிரிவு எண் 29. அரசு உதவி பெறும் கல்வி நிறுவனங்களில் பாகுபாடு காட்ட தடை செய்கிறது. Now we will see secular education. Dear children, why do we need secular education? சமய சார்பற்ற கல்வி தேவையா? Yes. Secularism in education means making public education free from any religious dominance. Children, as future citizens, must get education which should aim at the development of character and moral behavior irrespective of religious affiliation. Secular education is needed to remove narrow-mindedness and makes dynamic and enlightened view, to develop moral and humanistic outlook, to train the youth to be good citizens, to strengthen democratic values like liberty, equality, and fraternity and cooperative living, to develop an attitude of appreciation, to develop the spirit of love, tolerance, cooperation, equality, and sympathy. Dear children, the Indian state is secular and works in various ways to prevent religious domination. The Indian Constitution guarantees fundamental rights that are based on secular principles. It is one of the glowing achievements on Indian democracy. Secularism allows us to live in civility. It compels people to respect other religion. It grants equal rights to the people in respect of their religious faith. It is desirable for a country like India. Dear children, now you may better understand the meaning of secularism, the importance of secularism, the appreciation of the rights guaranteed in the Constitution, the importance of secular education, the constitutional provisions related to secularism. Thank you, children. God bless you all.